few days ago, I started making this video to try and explore the current housing market and the likelihood of me, an aging millennial who is underpaid and overworked, ever actually owning a piece of property. Now that all changed when I heard about Addy, a company that claims it wants to allow everyone to invest in real estate. And they mean everyone. We got a chance to sit down with one of the co-founders of Addy and found out how the platform is designed to work, and also got a chance to speak to one of the people who picks the properties that the Addy community invests into. But these people all have a vested interest in the product. I knew I needed to find someone who has already invested in Addy themselves, not someone working for the company who stands to make more money by making the company look good. So it turns out that someone currently working at OREW has actually invested in Addy. And look, I know that OREW are producing this content that you are so thoroughly enjoying, but rest assured that there is zero conflict of interest, as this person invested with Addy prior to ever starting working with OREW. They don't benefit from this any more than any other private investor would. But I figured if someone who works in real estate and knows the game inside and out is using Addy's platform, then we should probably pick that person's brain and see what they have to say. So, yes, we are here with Monika from OREW, an Addy investor. How did you actually hear about Addy?
I actually heard about Addy over Twitter. The founders themselves are very avid tweeters, and I had started reading about this concept of crowdfunding in real estate and how little you actually need to put in to be part of their program, the type of assets that they actually were investing in, and the community that they were building for their members and investors. So I thought, little investment, I'm gonna try this out myself. Someone being in the real estate industry, I have to try this out for myself.
And how have you found your experience of investing in Addy as a platform?
So easy. You can go and in 10 minutes, if you really wanted to, though I suggest you probably read more material, you could ultimately invest in as many properties as you wanted.
And how do you find the Addy model of crowdfunding for real estate versus the traditional sense? Do you think this is going to be the new way moving forward?
It seems that their membership is growing a lot. They seem to be very successful. I can say as a member that every time I log in, it seems these properties are immediately sold out. So that's got to be a good sign.
Through your experience with Addy, what are the pros? What are the cons? What do you wish that you would have done a little bit different from the start?
Usually when you're in a certain market, that is primarily where you would invest. Maybe you do have a secondary investment property or a vacation spot, but ultimately this is really the only way where you could have up to 5, 10 pieces of the pie across Canada in different markets. You can invest in Halifax or Toronto, but still be living out west. In terms of the pros, transparency. There's a lot of information in there. It's incredible, actually. If you log in as a member, you can see anything about a property, phase 1 environmental reports, depreciation reports of the building, offering memorandum, all the legalities to do with that, how many shares there are, the general partners, their background, do you trust them? Based on your profile, do you want to be a core member and opportunistic, where they're maybe actually redeveloping or building a site? I mean, the flexibility and ownership that the platform gives you as a consumer is incredible.
Talk to me a little bit about how you have approached using the platform name as an individual, because it's not something that I was aware of, this kind of idea of using the platform in your own way.
Addy has essentially positioned themselves in front of you and said, this is all the information you would need to make that informed decision. Decide who you'd like to be as a real estate investor. When you're ready to make that decision or invest, we've got all options for you and we're ready for you. And so you literally go across and you find out what markets you like and what neighborhoods you'd want to invest in, and infrastructure projects that are upcoming in certain areas, maybe that would interest you as an investor. And am I high risk or am I super conservative? Because if so, then it's probably going to be a property that it's long-term hold, minimal management, and they give all of this feedback to you. And they have video reels and they have 1-minute snapshots of project updates. They have a chat bot on the website. They have an app, and it's brilliant because they understand their target market. And so they know that we're first mobilers. They've set everything up so perfectly that it's not difficult at all.
So Monika, you have experience in investing and you've been a long time Addy investor. What are some of the things that people who are just entering the platform to invest with Addy, what should they be aware of? What should they be careful about?
Education is key in anything you do in life. So going into these platforms, finding every single thing that they have available to you in terms of reports or even their awesome videos that are super digestible for even you and I. And just really familiarize yourself with whatever it is that you're going into. And maybe if it is properties that you're questioning, maybe even walk the neighborhood, get an idea of what's happening in the city. Maybe that gives you a little bit more consumer confidence to be able to invest in real estate in that market, for example. But of course there's risks. Funds are funds.
Yeah.
The beauty about Addy, I would say too, is that normally, and I would say even like 5 or 10 years ago, if you were a real estate investor, it was more like, hey, does your buddy have a deal that I can get into?
Okay.
There wasn't this awesome digital component of low risk, low funds you can get in fairly easily. And you can put in as little as $1 at Addy, and then they cap it at $1,500 for each property. So within that span, I mean, you mitigate your risk that way.
Cool. So we got to just go invest in Addy, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm making not just my money back, but 5 times my money back because real estate does nothing but go up.